This week, we nerd out about some fresh ink. We nerd out about finally defeating a fan favorite video game. We nerd out about the latest rumors and news from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and a whole lot more. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse.
Warning.
Red alert.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
That's the emergency alert. This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And this week, we are back to talk about all the fun things happening out there in the pop culture universe. But before we jump into all the new things going on, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
I've been watching this show called Traitors.
Okay.
It's on Peacock. It's kind of like if you've ever played like Werewolf or Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but it's like a bunch of not celebrities, they're reality show stars from like Real Housewives and Survivor and The Challenge and, shows like that.
Okay.
And they have them together and they play the game and it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Alan Cummings is like the host of it, so that's pretty neat.
I have not watched it, but I've seen a lot of clips about it, and I know I follow the comedian Ron Funches on social media, and I know he's been a part of this latest season. Right?
Oh, we haven't gotten to the latest season. We're catching up.
Okay.
We just finished the season before the newest season, so we're about there.
I noticed it was a lot of reality stars, and then they sprinkled in a couple people like Ron Funches. But from what I've seen without watching the show, it seems like some people are doing him dirty, and I don't even really know what happens in the show, but it looks like a lot of fun to watch, though.
It is. It's very dramatic, but it's a good time.
Oh, man, let's see. I guess I'm nerding out about a few things this week. So I mentioned a long time ago, way back when I think the last con we did, there was a woman there doing $50 for a quick video game tattoo. And long story short, I've been wanting to fill in the empty space on my arm with stuff my kids like. And my son Oliver wanted something Pokemon themed. So I was like, oh, sweet, $50 for a video game tattoo. She did this Pokemon character on my arm and it's awesome. And long story short, kind of stayed in contact a little bit. And this week, she's kind of putting the rest of the tattoos on. So my oldest kid wanted Momo, the character from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And then my youngest daughter wanted Steven Universe. And then my youngest son wanted Spidey, like a kid-looking version of Spidey. And anyway, long story short, because of the snow day yesterday, the artist, and she goes by Dame Electrique, shout out to her, she's awesome. Well, she kind of started on them yesterday and they look great and she's going to finish them this weekend. So I'm nerding out about some really cool ink.
Cool. Awesome.
Well, hey, let's jump into some news. As usual, there's all kinds of stuff being said about Doomsday and Spider-Man and all that. And one of the latest things I saw about Doomsday was that it sounds like Alfred Molina, who played Doc Ock in the Tobey Maguire movies, is supposed to appear in this movie at some point. So that'll be interesting. I just wonder how involved the whole Tobey Spider-Verse will be in this movie.
Yeah, I kind of expected it was only going to be him, but that's interesting.
Yeah, and another thing they've mentioned, like we know Loki's going to be in it, but it sounds like when he's in it, he's going to be referred to as God Loki, which I guess makes sense, knowing where he left off.
Yeah, for sure.
Another interesting thing that I saw was it sounds like Vanessa Kirby, who played Sue Storm in the recent Fantastic Four movie, it sounds like she's going to be playing two variants in this movie. I guess the first one is the Sue Storm we've already met, and the second one, it sounds like she's going to be playing a variant called Valeria, who will be sent to Earth 828 by the TVA. She meets Victor Von Doom, they fall in love, have a child, and she dies after some kind of failed magic science experiment. So, I don't know. Maybe this is what sets him off on his whole angry mission.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was my theory, that he is mad because of the snap and he couldn't save his reality, but we were able to save ours.
Yeah.
And so he was able to go after them. But yeah, I kind of figured when he takes off his mask and touches the kid's face or whatever. And the end of New Avengers, isn't that right?
Wasn't that at the end of the Fantastic Four, the new movie?
It might have been the end of the Fantastic Four. Yeah, that's why, probably because he sees the kid, recognizes
Yeah.
it's like Reed from a different reality.
The Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers, at the end of that one, it showed the Fantastic Four ship coming
That's
into
right.
our universe,
That's right.
whatever the heck that winds up meaning.
Yeah.
It also sounds like, which makes sense, some folks that are going to be showing up in Secret Wars. They just announced Josh Brolin will show up as a Thanos. Obviously, it's not the Thanos, but a Thanos. And this one's kind of interesting, and this is more on the rumor side of things, but the actor Aaron Pierre, who is playing Jon Stewart in the new DCU, there was a rumor that he's going to show up not as the new Black Panther, but as a Black Panther. And
Okay.
again, this is a rumor. Have no clue what the validity of that one, but that's just a crazy rumor going on. It also sounds like Secret Wars is going to be released in 2 parts now. It sounds like they've got such big plans that they can't fit it all into one thing, but they're not going to wait a year between the releases. So it sounds like part 1 would be in May 2028 and then part 2 in December 2028. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm all for that. Instead of deleting a whole bunch of stuff or rushing a whole bunch of stuff, I'm fine with them splitting it up, especially if we don't got to wait a year.
Yeah. If you don't have to wait a year, it's not that bad.
And let's see, Ryan Reynolds just recently announced on his social media that Deadpool 4 is in the works, and he's not just acting in it, he's an active part of the development, the writing, and all kinds of stuff that's happening. So that's kind of cool that that's being worked on. And last week, we talked a little bit about the rumor that the actor Joe Keery from Stranger Things might be the new MCU's Harry Osborn. But I guess the latest rumor is that he might be the new MCU's Nova, which I can also see if that's true. And then, speaking of Stranger Things and Marvel, the actor Caleb MacLachlan, who is from Stranger Things, it sounds like he might be showing up as an important role in the MCU. And everyone's speculation is that he's going to finally be the live action Miles Morales, which I can totally see it.
Well, okay. Yeah, I can see that too.
As of us recording, earlier this morning, they dropped a trailer for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Have you seen
Yeah,
that
I
yet?
watched it. Yeah.
It looks so good.
It does, but did you notice there wasn't any Punisher in it?
Did notice that. I wonder, we know that this Spider-Man movie is coming, but I guess Daredevil comes before Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to impact one another, the movie and that series.
I'm assuming he's in it. We just haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. It was cool seeing Jessica Jones in the trailer.
Yeah, multiple times.
And we also saw Foggy in the trailer, so I wonder, it's probably some kind of a flashback, but I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, that is weird.
Some other news, which this is kind of a bummer, but they announced that Hawkeye season 2 has officially been canceled. It's not going to happen.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. All the news about it being led up by Kate Bishop was, had me pretty excited, but maybe they've got other plans and we'll see this character soon enough, I guess.
Yeah.
The last thing I have with Marvel is that director Sam Raimi was being asked all kinds of questions about Spider-Man, and he basically said, look, guys, my Spider-Man universe is dead. Other than these random pop-ups in the new Marvel stuff, there will not be a Spider-Man 4. People keep saying it's going to happen and rumors and all this, but straight from the man's mouth is that it's not going to happen, which makes sense.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the way it ended, and I'm satisfied with those characters showing up in multiversal stuff. Yeah. Interestingly enough, this is kind of off topic, but speaking of Sam Raimi, he was recently in another interview and brought up his 1990 movie Darkman. Do you remember that movie with Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a sequel to that movie is in active development right now.
You mean the fourth one?
The way he just mentioned it, a new sequel to his 1990s movie Darkman is on the works. So, yeah, another new one. I wonder if it'll have some of the old actors or if it'll be its own thing. Because they called it a sequel, not a remake or a reboot.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh, over on the DC side of things, did you see that new Supergirl trailer that was released this past week?
I didn't.
It's just a real quick one. It's like a minute and a half. It's not that long at all. And it's a bunch of rehashed stuff we have seen, but it finally involves Lobo in the trailer, and he looks awesome, which we saw those images last week and everything. But I don't know. Jason Momoa was born to be Lobo.
Yeah, it's cool.
But that trailer looks fun. Oh, do you know the actor Christopher Judge? Real big guy. He was in some of the Stargate stuff.
Vaguely, if I'm thinking of the same person.
It sounds like this is all rumors right now, but there's rumors floating around that he might be playing the new DCU's Darkseid when Darkseid finally shows up.
Whoa.
But I could totally see it. He's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
The actor, Alan Ritchson, we've talked about him all the time from the show Reacher, and he's a lot of people's dream cast for the new Batman. But when he recently mentioned he is in active talks to be something in the DCU, but he can't really talk about it, I guess the latest rumors is that he's going to play Wildcat in some new DCU project, which, I would love him as Batman, but I can totally see him as Wildcat.
That's cool.
It must be some kind of a JSA flashback period piece, maybe, because he's a pretty young dude for that character.
Well, there's been multiple Wildcats, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, I guess. I guess the one that's most prominent in my head is the old man version.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. With Star Wars, we've talked a little bit about the fact that they want to do a horror project, but I guess a few more facts have come out about that. It is officially in the works, and it sounds like it'll be a series, not a movie. So something spooky from the Star Wars universe is coming our way as a series, so that'll be kind of cool.
Aren't they doing a Darth Maul show?
Yeah, the new animated series called Maul Shadow Lord. It premieres on April 6th, so we're coming up on that real quick. That's going to be, I guess, in the time period of the Clone Wars series, and it's going to happen between Clone Wars and Rebels. So it's going to fill in some stuff that we haven't exactly seen. So that'll be kind of cool. It looks awesome, by the way.
Yeah, the trailer I saw for it was pretty rad. I was like, well, that'll get me to watch some Star Wars stuff.
But yeah. And for fans of all the animated stuff, like I said a second ago, it takes place between the finale of Clone Wars and leads up to what begins the Star Wars Rebels series. So it's kind of a bridge between those two, but we see it from the point of view of Darth Maul. So that'd be awesome. Another thing they've just recently said about Star Wars, it sounds like this new trilogy that they're going to begin putting out there soon. They haven't given a whole lot of details about it, except they officially said that a lot of it is going to follow the character Rey from the recent sequel series, episodes 7, 8, and 9. So I guess we're going to be seeing some more Rey in these new movies.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Later this year, we're getting the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and I'm so excited about that. I'm missing some Star Wars right now.
Yeah, it's kind of been a while since we had some Star Wars.
Well, elsewhere out there in the pop culture universe, it sounds like after the success of the It Welcome to Derry series, the people in charge of that whole franchise, they're going back to the first two movies, It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and they're adding back a whole bunch of cut scenes and then merging it into one extremely long movie. So
Oh, wow.
here in the next year or so, we're going to get this extremely long cut of the It movies as one long movie with extra scenes that we've never seen before. So that'll be kind of
Okay.
cool.
It is cool.
I'm not much of a horror guy, but man, I really love those movies and that show. It's so good.
It has like a nostalgic Stranger Things feel to it.
Definitely. Oh, for fans of Invincible, season 4 is almost here. We're about a month and a half away. It's going to premiere
Yeah.
on March 18th.
I'm so excited for that.
Me too. And it's funny because last summer, over the summer, through the library, I got my hands on some omnibuses, the entire series of Invincible, and read the whole thing and all the side stuff and everything. I was sad when I was done reading it, but I'm missing it, so it'll be nice to revisit in the form of this cartoon.
It's awesome.
Okay, we know that this new Harry Potter series is coming. Love it or hate it, it's coming. And some people were talking to the actor Ralph Fiennes. Is it Ralph Fiennes or Ralph Fiennes? I can't remember.
It might be Fines.
Well, they were talking to the actor that played Voldemort in the movies. And I guess in a roundabout way, he said that he's fairly certain the actor Cillian Murphy is going to be playing Voldemort in the series.
Oh,
So that's kind of crazy. Some fans ran with that. Yeah.
I can see that really well.
Some fans kind of ran with that and photoshopped him as Voldemort, and he looks good, honestly.
It's awesome.
We've talked a little bit in the past about the James Bond franchise and the direction they want to take it, and I think last week we even mentioned that Pierce Brosnan said he wants to come back and play some kind of old James Bond passing along the torch. But I guess the latest James Bond rumblings right now is that the actor Jacob Elordi is the one that's the front runner to be the new James Bond. And if that's true, I could see it. Him being a really young, suave James Bond, I could see that working.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Obviously, we've talked a lot about the Power Rangers series and how it ended and how it's coming back with this big reboot that's supposed to be a little bit more adult-oriented. But I guess the latest thing about that is they've been showing, they've been talking about how it's not exactly, they're not just going to like rehash Mighty Morphin. It's kind of going to be its own thing. But it sounds like in the new series that is coming out, the leader, the Red Ranger, which is all usually the leader to begin with, is going to be a girl this time. And people are kind of freaking out a little bit about that. I'm okay with that. They did it in the Samurai show and they did it in the Cosmic Fury show. And yeah, and it might not even be true. It might just be like people clickbaiting, rage baiting, whatever you want to call it. But I guess the latest thing is the leader of the Power Rangers might be a girl this time. And I'm okay with that. There's a little bit more talks about a live action Captain Planet series. They recently announced that it is officially happening through Netflix. And somehow or another, it didn't say whether it was acting, directing, writing, any of that stuff. But I guess the actor Leonardo DiCaprio is attached to it somehow.
Oh, wow.
That'd be kind of crazy if he's Captain Planet, but I don't know.
I doubt that very much.
Yeah, maybe he just loved it as a kid and is helping bring it back. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of other stuff being brought back, Netflix is also actively working on a Street Sharks revival, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw a blip about that.
Did you watch Street Sharks as a kid?
Oh, yeah. I think I actually have the series on DVD.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember what app, it was probably Netflix. Sometime in the past year or so, the boys and I watched the first episode, and I don't remember it being that weird, but I still loved it.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I think last week I mentioned that my wife really wanted to watch the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, and so we watched the first one, and I forgot how good it was. Even with as bad CGI as it had, it still was a pretty good movie.
But yeah, it's great.
And they're making a new one, a continuation, not a reboot, so a fourth one coming out in the near future.
Will it be based off the second one though? Because the third one they had like different actors, didn't they?
You know, I honestly don't remember, so that's a good call. I know that Brendan Fraser and the main female lead, I cannot think of her name in this moment, forgive me, but they're coming back as well.
Okay.
So me not remembering the third one, maybe what you said is how it'll be. But they did just announce some casting news, and Henry Cavill is going to be playing the main villain in this movie.
So that'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be neat seeing him as a bad guy. Did you ever watch, or maybe a better question is, did your parents ever watch the show Miami Vice? Do you remember that show?
I've seen episodes of Miami Vice.
Well, it sounds like there's a new Miami Vice reboot project coming.
That'll be the second time they've done it.
Yeah, it's probably a movie. I'm guessing it's a movie based on the casting, but Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan are going to be the two main characters.
Okay.
But I don't know. It sounds fun. As you know, when that comes back, it sounds like it'll be a fun time. Have you seen anything about this movie or read the book that it's based on called Project Hail Mary? Have you seen that trailer?
No.
It's in the not so distant future. There's this professor, really smart guy. Something's going on that's going to potentially end the Earth. And so they get all these capable, intelligent people to try to do this mission into outer space to figure out the one possible scenario to save Earth. That's why it's called a Project Hail Mary. And they elect this guy who's just a professor. He's not an astronaut. He's not a soldier. And long story short.
Okay, yeah, I have seen the trailer for this now.
And I guess he runs into an alien from another planet trying to do the same thing because they're having the same problem. Anyway, it's based on a book that I've only heard good things about, and that movie's almost here. And I guess the early reviews of this movie are calling it one of the best movies people have ever seen. I just thought I would bring that up because as a teacher, the movie already looked cool to me, but that just makes me want to see it even more, I guess.
That's awesome.
I guess the only other piece of news I have this week, it's kind of related to video games. For fans of the Resident Evil franchise, it sounds like the game Resident Evil Code Veronica, I've personally never played it or anything, but it sounds like they're going to be doing an updated HD remake of that game. So for fans of that franchise, you're about to get a new remake of one of their classic games, I guess.
It's awesome.
How about, do you have any wrestling or other video game news this week?
Saturday's the Royal Rumble. It's in
Nice.
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So it's one of the biggest shows of the year. Lots of surprises and stuff. And we'll have like a lot of news from it next time we record.
Sweet. And that'll be fun to talk about. What are you looking forward to most about it?
They do, they have like 30 entries. Yeah. And usually there's some surprises or like people come back from being injured, or it's usually a big deal that way. So I'm excited for like that aspect of it. Also, there's going to be an AJ Styles enter. It's called a retirement match, but it's not. It's a career-ending match. So it's like if AJ Styles loses, his career's over, basically. Like
Gotcha.
that's what's on the line for it. So he said he was going to retire this year anyway. So I don't know how that's going to go. I'm nervous for him because I really don't want him to lose.
Yeah.
But I think it might be designed that way. But we'll see.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully it turns out how you want it to.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It hardly ever does. I'm usually really bad at just guessing these things. So we'll see.
Well, I just thought of something. This isn't exactly, late breaking news or anything, but I finally beat Hollow Knight.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and
Were you depressed afterwards?
it was so depressing. And I know there's various endings, and I did 2 of them. I did the one where you fight the Hollow Knight, and you just kill him and he dies, but then suddenly, spoilers for everyone for this 7-year-old game, suddenly your character is all chained up and enclosed, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
And then I did the thing where Hornet comes in and ties him up, and you dream nail slash him, and then you got to fight.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I expected it to be a slightly happier ending.
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sure all the endings are pretty sad. I don't know if you can get a happy ending.
Yeah. But finally beating it prompted me to play for about 20 or 30 minutes the new Silk Song game, and it is very much the same, but very different.
Yeah, I've heard it's harder.
The controls are so much harder. Little things like trying to jump in the air and like pogo down and hurt a bad guy. She doesn't pogo down, she pogos diagonally. But on the flip side, if you need to like regenerate your health, she can do it midair where you couldn't do that midair in Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay.
So some things are harder, some things are nicer, and only playing about 30 minutes, I'm like, man, I might need to just take a break for a week to decompress from Hollow Knight and then start playing it.
For sure, for sure.
Well, hey, that is all the news for this week. Hopefully you guys get out there and watch some good stuff and read some good books. But as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor channel, same Taylor time.
Bye.
Bye.